Yeah, I gotta charge my mic. I thought my mic was charged, but I guess it's not. I am yapping again. Welcome back to Senku Thinks Too Much. Okay. Um. So I think I am. My issue that I have, I think for myself that I'm working on is trying to figure out what um what to do with my content right now. I'm trying to think of what to do with my content. What should I make? What should I do? How should I go about it? Because I think there's a lot of um, there's a lot of things happening for me that I need to focus on, but I also want to keep doing content. But like I can't, not can't, but like I think right now is just the best time for me to focus on my schoolwork as much as possible, and because I this is my second year. It's my second year. Um, Getting this degree, so I gotta you gotta lock in, do your thing. But what the fuck is that? Okay, there's a weird picture. But I just making content is so tough because sometimes I'm like, damn, I know I don't know if I don't know what type of flavor of neurodivergent I really am until I go to the doctor. I did recently get my medical stuff worked out, so try to work on that. Get diagnosed at least. Go to get stuff like that done. I want to do that. That's something that's important. Mental health is important. Physical health is important. Reading is important. But like, I was watching Reduxity. Shout out Reduxity. I like his videos. He's very to the point. Very not aggressive, but very There's a better word for it, but he's very to the point, and he talks about what needs to be talked about and what's important for as Black people in America. We need to be vigilant about when it comes to media and Black media and who's on Black media and what they do and how they move. Is important because you can't. It's hard. It's already hard enough being a content creator, but also being a Black content creator. On top of that is another level of issue. Um, yeah. And being a content creator as long as I have been, making the videos and streams and all the stuff I've been doing over years, I feel like the reason why the reason why I didn't reach like viral or anything like that, I think is simply because like my my journey in life is a unique one that only works for me, and I think where I'm going is not where I'm going is bigger than content creation on Twitch or YouTube or whatever. And that's kind of where I'm at, you know. Um, Trying to find where you belong. My voice cracks a lot. Trying to find where you belong in the online space as a Black person treacherous. But that's the reality we have to live in, and we have to make the best of it. Um, it's just annoying because it's like there's there's a lot of successful black individuals, but a lot of those black individuals aren't always the best role models, So I don't think there is a perfect role model, but I do think there are better role models. I'm not. The point is that like I'm still working on what I'm working on, writing. You know what I'm saying? Um, Foundational work is what I'm calling it now. I'm deeming it the foundational period of my life, where before I joined college, before I started my classes in college, I was in a explorative. I was exploring myself and exploring different avenues, in my late teens, early 20s. Um, but yeah, I've now decided that it's time. You know, it's time to really lay some foundational work for not just me, but for everybody. And see where that takes me. You know, I'm still a storyteller. I'm still a writer. I'm still a filmmaker. I'm still an actor. I still like all the stuff that made me gravitate towards making content in the first place on YouTube and on Instagram and all the other platforms. Like that drive is still there. I'm still like an entertainer, a goofy one at that if I let it. But I think I'm just in a period of just work. I think behind the scenes work, really. Um, so yeah, let's keep this between you and me, okay? I don't want you to think that it's over. It's not over. The journey never ends. You just decide to stop walking. You know what I'm saying? Like I think a lot of people, everybody's journey. That's how I look at it. I think everybody has a journey that they're supposed to go on, or they could be possibly destined to go on, depending on what decisions they make. But like you can choose or not to walk that path. Towards self actualization. And self realization and realizing that and empathy, and just general empathy and self empathy as well. I think it goes a long way, but a lot of people don't get to that journey. They just don't. They don't either they pass away, or they're too stubborn in their heads, and they can't imagine doing anything different with their lives because they're so used to certain. It's sad, but I mean, my personal upbringing was not not a healthy one, and it wasn't a um, it just wasn't. It didn't lend me to feeling safe in my own home, which made it easier for me to jump ship when I needed to. You know, and I feel like a lot of people get too comfortable sometimes in their habitats. You know, and for me, I am comfortable where I'm at, But at the same time, you know, in any given point in life, your life could change. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody in life, anything somebody could randomly decide to just blow up somebody's house. Now you don't have a house. What do you do? Right? That's the type of stuff that's like emotionally and mentally. How do you, at least for me, maybe I'm too. I think about so many different possibilities about how things could happen to me. So I'm always ready. I always try to be. I try to be ready for every scenario that happens in front of my face in the physical and digital world, but I'm not perfect. I can never predict everything, but the stuff that I can, I get those emotions out early, and then when it happens, if it does happen, I know what to do because I already thought about it. You know what I'm saying? So, but maybe it's just because trauma, but you get the point. Anyways, this is it. I'll go see you guys later. These videos aren't supposed to be long because I barely got space on my phone. I'm gonna get a new phone eventually. I'm planning on getting a new phone. I'm building up some. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Excuse me. Y'all gonna see a real. Y'all gonna see some. Man, look, y'all gonna see some crazy stuff in the coming years. I'm just letting you know. Your boy had to start somewhere. So, I'll see you guys in the next video.